Welcome to Knoxville, Tennessee. This afternoon, Neyland Stadium, where Rocky Top plays in the background. Sailgating going on in the Tennessee River, and the Big Orange ready to open the season. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Vols will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will get the ball for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gets it out quickly. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Getting some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Mertens. Floats it out in space. Touchdown Gators! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
Tennessee ready to go to work. The Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
They'll line up for a second down play. Gonna run it. It's Sampson. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
And you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Now he's looking to throw it. Grab near the marker. It's McCoy. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
The inside handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too far.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking in the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. Looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Looking for space. It's Sampson. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. He's got him in the flat. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Volunteers pick up the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He's up to 55 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw on second down. He makes the connection. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Out of the gun, the inside give. Discards a man. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged out, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Gators will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Thornton. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're trying to get to it. Snagged in the middle, it's Sampson. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the big...
And that pass picked off. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the lone running back. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Pressure coming. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Gators will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of...
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Pulls it in. It's Thornton. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense.
They got him. It's a sack. And what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Mertens. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Matthews. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires to the big fella. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. Man, oh man, the offensive line probably just swelled up a little bit, relying on them on that type of 4th down play.
Oh, and in that kind of situation, if you're the back, there can be no hesitation. You know you can't be dancing around. If you see the crease, you've got to put your foot in the ground and go get it, and he did it right there.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Unloads it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Gators have moved it inside the 20. Going up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Mertens. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown ball. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys. You never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They're up by 18 over Georgia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got it on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown.
Time to take a shot. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. He's right on target. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
With the catch, it's Thornton. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going to let it go. Got it inside the 10. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. To the air, it's Iamaleava trying to get to him. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The give to the single back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's McCoy. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteer. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The handoff to Johnson. Got room at the 35. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Back to pass, it's Mertz. Finds the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Now the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They want to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David. Because
he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
It's so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
fourth down.
There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. The Vols look to keep this drive humming. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. He'll take a shot. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for space. It's Sampson.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Handoff to the single back. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Tennessee 35.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Mertz. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Gators line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Throws to the back. Makes the grab. It's Sampson. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly. They can push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes. Over the place, they're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll test the right side. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And the try is no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to...
Flying down the right side at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Tight end finds a soft spot. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Quickly to the tight end. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise.
Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. On the move. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now 1st and 10 from the 25. Powers through the defender.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field of play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown ball.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Dropping back, it's Mertz. Coming after it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Gators in the hurry-up.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Quick completion on the out route. The Gators will punt this one away. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like,
going for the big play. Snags it. Touchdown, Volunteers. And the route is on. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Tennessee, 56. Florida, 28.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mertz. throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Beat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And tackled there by the defense.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Nowhere close on that. Drill trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he breaks into the open. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's no...
He lost one down the sideline. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's 4th down. And the Gators send out the punt unit. Bringing it back, it's Matthews. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Darren. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Moore will throw. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Catch in the middle, it's Thornton. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grab near the marker, it's Thornton. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. Falls incomplete. They fought the